I'm gonna mute.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the James Brown Podcast. I'm your host Raj, and with me, surprisingly, is Spencer on his honeymoon. Hey buddy, how you
No,
doing?
good. I feel like I can do anything. Cause why not?
What do you mean you feel like you can do anything?
Well, being on your honeymoon, the power of the internet, podcasting with you, it's marvelous.
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I didn't expect you to actually, join me. I figured this. I mean, it's called the Rajcast. It's supposed to be solo, but the fact that you may
What?
manage to get
You
in here
called it
last
the
minute.
Rajcast?
It's called the Raj Stream, whatever.
Where's the title?
You can't see the title. I can see the title. It doesn't matter. You're the co-host. You don't need to worry about this stuff. How's your honeymoon going?
Pretty good. I'm a lot of tanning, a lot of beach, a lot of sun. It's fantastic.
What have you guys been like? I mean, what are you guys doing?
Right now?
Like,
She
no, I
is
mean, in general, what have you been doing for the podcast or for your honeymoon?
eating, sleeping, spending money. I don't know. It's just been like, honestly, we were sitting on Monday and we were like, oh my gosh, we have an entire week of nothing. Like, we just will do anything we want. I've been watching lots of anime. There's a lot of
You
anime
watch
this
anime on your honeymoon?
Yeah, man. Okay, the best part was like falling asleep while watching anime on her request. That was awesome.
Oh, that's great,
like-
man.
Like, there's nothing
Shout
on.
out to our audience. I see a few of you guys here. Hey, go to Holmes. How you doing? Want to be a panda? I see you there. Sean, can't ever forget you, buddy. I see you there too. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. This is
Hey,
weird.
everybody.
First live stream. Yeah, it's weird being live a little bit.
So, who's Dutch Farmers? Who is that?
Let's go to Holmes, I think.
Okay.
No,
Hello,
there was
everybody.
No intro song. There was no intro song. It's too complicated for us. So,
Oh, dude, I can play an intro song if you want it.
you want to go for it? You want to sing a little bit? Go on. Now that you said it, you have to do it. Sing.
What? I don't know what's the song. I was gonna like play it on my phone or something.
No,
don't make this so awkward for me. What are you doing?
You made it awkward for yourself. Okay, so what is this, like week 3, week 2 of the summer season?
Yep. Probably week 3, I think, because some episodes are on episode 3 at this point.
Yeah, but some of them are on episode 2. Maybe they started a little bit later. So we picked up a few more. There are some, because I didn't expect you to actually, show up for this. There's some anime in here that we're not really going to review or going to cover, but I want to talk about anyway just once. They're not Spencer approved.
Which anime are you talking about?
Well, you'll see when we get to those.
You talk. I got something going on here. Don't worry.
Do you? Okay, so do you just want to jump right in this, or do you want to, I don't know, talk a bit?
We don't have a list or anything. Like, we usually go off a list.
I have a list.
Or even have like a random time. Look at my ring. I'm married.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up my list. Then you're being unhelpful here.
You go on. I'll stop. Okay, I'm being unhelpful. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
You are being unhelpful. Okay, so let's start with actually, I forgot to tell Twitter that we're live. They can figure it out. Okay, let's start with Blue Spring Ride. I caught up to this 2 days ago, and Blue Spring Ride is really, really good. I really like this a lot. You weren't kidding when you said the romance was like genuine, I guess. It's like someone said you look like Jim Carrey. I don't see that at all.
Jim Carrey.
The romance is like, yeah, you don't look like Jim Carrey at all. Just like, how do I look like Ice-T? How do I look like Ice-T? Come on.
I just tweeted for everybody saying we're live, and I linked it. I don't know if I did the right link. Maybe I did. You keep going. I'll figure out the tech stuff. That's my job.
Sure. I need you to talk too, man. Come on. So
Are we talking?
We are talking. Okay, so Blue Spring Ride, I really like this is without a doubt the most interesting romance we've had for the last few seasons. Looking back to last season when we had The World is Still Beautiful, which was the shoujo that we followed then, it was okay. The romance itself was kind of vanilla, but most of the drama came from, people trying to kill our mains. Blue Spring Ride, I really like where they went with this, where they were together kind of, and it took them a long it shows every single episode has a flashback to showing how they sort of fell in love slowly and slowly in middle school, and it shows that moment when they finally met under the shrine or whatever. That was actually a big culminating thing, and we didn't know that in the first episode. And so the separation was actually huge for both of them. That's really cool. I really, really, really like Ko. He is so. I think his name is Ko. He's really interesting. Futaba herself is funny. I love the way that they've both changed, but they don't particularly like the way they've changed, but they kind of need it to kind of survive. I like how Ko has friends, and they like him, but they don't seem like friends. He's more of a social butterfly than Futaba is, but he's not. That's not really the right word for it because he's not exactly sociable. He just knows how to handle social situations well.
It wasn't his fault, really. Like, he got put into that academic class, right? And that kind of pulls him out of social structures. But like she said, he's really good at, like, disassembling awkward situations. You know, guy, like, in a jerk move, he was like, yo, like, how's it like being with dumb people like us? And then he totally switched it around, which is really cool. And then it backfired for her. She's got a good character. I like her character.
I really like her character. I like how the discrepancy between the cutesy girls and the other girls, because that does actually exist. And one thing I really like about Ko is the one line he said, I think it was the third episode, when she asked, are you teasing me or are you like being kind to me? And he says, I don't know, I'm just doing what I do. That's exactly how a guy thinks. It's so true. That's my reaction too.
That hug though, oh man,
oh man, it was so sweet.
Okay, I like this series, and Janelle's been asking me if we can pick up a series, because I was like, can we watch at least one anime series together this season? She wants to watch Baby Steps. She really likes Baby Steps. She only watched like 4 or 5 episodes. Sorry, they're wanting me in chat too. Hello.
Fine.
Sorry, I can't multitask. I'm a dude. I'm trying.
Just talk, man. Come on. Yeah, I think Blue Spring.
No, but that's one that I seriously think that I want to watch.
Yeah, the romance is really nice. And I finally understand. All these years of my life, I've never understood the dark and tall and mysterious guy thing, and I never knew why girls were into that. I understand now, because Ko, every time he's on screen, I'm like, I want to know more about you. I want to know about your past. I want to know why you're like this. And so I understand why girls are like, they like that kind of guy. Hey,
okay,
don't laugh at me. It makes sense. Thanks, Go to Holmes. I like my room color too. I chose it myself.
Oh, thanks. Who's P like one? Who is he?
No idea.
Name. P like one. What's your Twitter name? If you know, or even if you do you even go on Twitter? I know. Okay, they're talking about Barakamon, whatever, in the chat, and we'll get to that. Just want you to know that I was able to catch up on everything that we were covering except Barakamon and what's the other one?
Zankyo no Terror.
That one. I caught up on both the Tokyo ones. See, off Crunchy is difficult for me. I'm really trying to stop being such a Crunchy purist, but it's difficult. It's hard.
Okay, so Blue Spring Ride, I'm really liking it. I love this romance. It's easily the best romance we have in this season, easily the most interesting romance we've had for the last couple seasons. And it's just a good way to... It's the only anime that comes out, I think it's on a Monday or a Tuesday or something like that. It's the only anime that comes out on that day. And really, it just feels good when I come home from work and I'm like, yeah, I get to watch this romance. It's nice. I feel sorry for Ko's older brother. He's like, Oni-chan's waiting for you. I'm like, oh, come on, go to your brother. Anyway.
Totally knew that he was the brother. Like, yeah. I thought something was going on there, but they have the same, like, tired lines and stuff and same hair. It's so funny because she called him out on having bedhead, right? And then I was like, but every anime character looks like that. And so I tried to, like, imagine what he would look like in real life with bedhead, and it probably wouldn't look as cool. Because, you know, I get bedhead sometimes, and it looks horrible. Oh, okay, sweet. P like one is a random non-Twitter fan. Welcome.
Okay. So, next, this is the one that's not Spencer approved. And honestly, until the episode that came out today, I was going to tell you to watch it, but then something happened today in today's episode. No. Love Stage. Okay, honestly, Spencer, Love Stage is hilarious.
Oh no, Love Stage, no! No!
Love Stage is great. It's actually really, really funny. I really like the main character, Izumi. I think that's his name. Yeah, it's Izumi. Even more so, did you meet his older brother, Shogo?
Yeah, I did.
Shogo's hilarious. I love him.
The opening, come on.
Yeah, but that's okay. All they're doing is holding hands, man. That's nothing. But listen, So in the third episode, Blue Spring Red, or not Blue Spring Red, Love Stage is really good. I think it's funny. I love Izumi's character. I love the art especially. I really, really like the art. I like how you figure out Ryoma's actually an asshole, and nobody knows. He just acts like a goody goody, but he's actually a
Blue hair
really
guy?
bad guy. Ryoma, the guy who falls in love with the main character.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, he calls himself Ores-sama, so he thinks highly of himself. But basically, in this episode, he found out in the second episode that Izumi's a guy, and he's like, the person I've been pining over for 10 years is a dude.
Wait, so?
No, he didn't know, but now he does, and he's like, no, I don't like dudes. This is you're a pervert. You're a cross-dressing hentai, and he books it, but he can't get Izumi out of his mind, and he's like, I need to burn in my head that he's a guy because I still think of him as a girl. So when I figured out he's a guy, like fully, and I make my mind realize that, then I'll be over him. So he barges into Izumi's house, and he says, Izumi, I want you to take your clothes off. I need to burn your body into my mind so I know you're a guy. So he takes off Izumi's shirt, and the poor guy, Izumi's like, he's in terror. And so Izumi starts crying, and then Ryoma's on top of him, and Ryoma actually feels sorry for him, sort of, and he starts kissing Izumi's tears, and he starts kissing him all over. I'm like, okay, but then it gets really rapey, and Izumi's like, no, please don't, and he really doesn't want this, but Ryoma just keeps going for it, and he's going lower and lower and lower. He's reaching his donger. And I'm like, this is rape. This is actually rape. No holds barred. Okay, see, with Valve Rave rape was different, where they tell you it's bad and this is not supposed to happen, and there's intense dramatical music and everything. But in this, it was played up to be romantic, and he's falling for him. There's nothing romantic about rape, man. Come on, it was weird.
I assume you finished the episode knowing you, though.
Of course I did. Well, Shogo comes in, he bonks Izumi's, or he bonks Ryoma on the head, and he says, get away from my brother, I won't let you touch him. Izumi gets depressed and locks himself in his room for 3 days. The poor guy's been violated, I feel for him. And then Ryoma's actually come to the realization that whether or not he's a guy, he's actually in love. And he can't handle it, he doesn't want to be gay. So he just can't handle it mentally. And the thing is, he and Shogo have been fighting every time they're on screen. They don't really like each other. And then Shogo and Ryoma have to do this thing together. I don't know, some kind of event. And then he shows up and he's shaking up, Ryoma is, and he calls Shogo Oni-san. And he's never done that. He doesn't show respect to anybody. So it's he's really shaken up about this, and he says, please save me. He doesn't know how to deal with these feelings. It's interesting in that regard. The rape was really messed up, and I hope that never happens again. But
okay, wait. We're not actually covering this series, are we? It looks like in the chat people.
We're just talking about this one. We're just talking
about
about
guy,
this
one. Tears? No thanks. Be like, what? You got my back, buddy. And then this guy, I want to watch this less now. See, less. You should just cut out completely from your life. It is unnecessary. I understand if there's some gay undertones, it's fine. Gay rape? That's two things, man.
Just rape in general is just not good, man. I don't want to see that in my anime. I mean, I defended Valve Rape for it because it was for character development. I mean, this was too, but it should be avoided at all costs, especially in a comedy. Really? It's not right. I'm still going to follow this because I think it's funny, sans the rape, but we're not going to be covering this on the podcast. It doesn't really have enough plot to cover anyway. Because honestly,
for
the way
once, chat is on my side. Me.
Okay,
they're following me.
God damn it.
I'm happy I didn't even watch the first episode of this.
Woo. I have an old Spice
you enjoy your intense, awkward anime, Rajpreet. I will have the fans will be with me here. Except that one guy on YouTube who doesn't like me and my decisions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't wrong about what he called you, but hey.
Hey, look.
Get ricked.
We're not talking about that. What water bottle were you showing me?
Oh, it's an Old Spice water bottle I got for Christmas. Nice, I like it.
Rape in Yaoi. Sounds like something I won't watch. Yeah, Yaoi? How do you say that? Yaoi?
I say Yaoi.
Yaoi?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw the Valve rape scene, it kind of put me off. Exactly!
Okay, enough of the chat. Talk to me, not them.
Okay, so we're gonna... the chat. There's people there who agree with me. You're watching gross things.
It's a rarity that people actually agree with you. Okay, so the next one
Okay,
we're going to talk
so
about
after.
is... What?
Oh, look, a castle joined us. Sweet. So after Blue Spring Ride is which?
Tokyo Ghoul. This is one that we both watched. So Tokyo Ghoul,
Yes.
in the first 5 minutes, I was like, this is really familiar, and I don't know why. And then it showed that Rize girl, the ghoul, and I was like, wait a minute, doesn't he get her organs or something? And then the whole thing happens like, oh, yeah, I read the manga for this.
How
See,
much
the
did
manga
you-
for this, a few chapters, because I didn't really like it. It was pretty boring. I didn't really get into the main character. Wasn't much action. But this is why anime is great, because the animation and the action in this is really good, and I actually feel for the character. In the first episode, I think it was the first episode anyway, when he holds the knife to his stomach, I physically felt anxious. I was like, oh my god, please don't stab yourself. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, but in the manga, I felt nothing for him. Like, I didn't care about him at all. Just do whatever you want.
The poor guy, man. Like,
Yeah.
I love food, okay, with a passion, okay? And if everything that I loved turned into, like, vomit-tasting garbage, I would hate that. That would suck. Like, that's horrible, man.
You and I, we love to eat, but
Yep.
that it's the easiest way to put yourself in his shoes, because everybody loves food. I'm sure there's one dude out there who doesn't. You're weird, but most people love food. So the idea of your favorite food not tasting good anymore is just horrifying.
Oh, dude. And his friend, right? I love his friend, but, like, the fact that he got him his favorite hamburger, I actually thought for a moment when he was chewing that it would be the one thing that he could eat, and I thought it would be kind of a funny thing. Nope. Still tastes like vomit. It's gross.
He is a boss. He keeps his secret. He doesn't say anything. He just keeps his mouth shut the entire time. And he's just overall a really good friend to, what's his name? Ken? Yeah, it's Ken. Toka, the girl,
Ken?
She hasn't had much to do so far, other than be. I'm worried that this is gonna go like a harem kind of route. Not where it's gonna become a harem, but it's kind of typical in harems where the main guy is really weak and then the girl love interest is really strong. So I'm kind of worried that she's just gonna be a protector of his or something.
Dude, I don't know if you've read this far, but his mask, for the mask that I think he gets, it looks sick.
It's scary.
Like the opening, like it like covers half his face and he's got like the teeth, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that looks so cool.
His mask is terrifying. Hey, shout out to Steve Kopp in the chat. He actually asked us a question on Twitter that I forgot to answer. I think it was like, if we're following some Space Dandy. We're not following Space Dandy. So, answered you live, buddy.
What's Space Dandy?
Some anime that we're not following right now. We might later.
Okay. There's just so many that we're watching. It's so difficult to keep up with everything. Like, at least they have coffee. At least they have coffee. What is with that? Why do they have coffee?
I mean, it gets boring if you only drink water, I guess.
Hey, but, I mean, it kind of sucks because the most delicious coffee I love are, like, the ones that are mixed with milk, like Starbucks ice caramel macchiato and, I mean, ice caps and everything is kind of mixed up. They have sugar, unless it's human sugar cubes, which is gross.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to actually, voluntarily eat people. I'm really glad that he got Reeves' power when he was in the fight with the guy who was trying to kill him, and he did.
Dude,
that was really cool.
He got wrecked.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm dying. He's like, yes, kill him. And he didn't die at the end. He's in the hospital. What the hell's up with that?
I don't know.
That's bull.
Okay, but speaking of eating humans, you said very censored.
Yeah. Well, do you remember when the head, what's her name? Toka, she threw the decapitated head at him, and he caught it, but it didn't show it. It's just like a black bar, kind of like a shadow over it. So censorship like that.
You mean like censorship like in Tokyo ESP episode 2?
That was a clever censorship, though. That shadow.
It was the shadow. It was good. I like that series too, but we're not talking about it.
We'll talk about that soon.
Spencer
so
and
how do you feel about the gore? Because you said it was like obscenely gory for you.
ESP was. I found Tokyo Ghoul is gory because they're eating humans. It's pretty nasty. Ooh, thunderstorm. Hope the power doesn't go out. If it does, you're on your own, buddy.
I can handle it.
On the first day we were here, the second day we were here, the power went out for like 3 or 4 hours, and we were just walking around, and we were at a point where we were outside, and there's this huge fountain, there's a bunch of tourists like take pictures of the fountain because there's nice dolphins intertangled, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey Janelle, look, like, there's lights down there. All of a sudden, like a flood, it was like boom, 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 like the lights started coming on all the way down the street, and then the fountain went and like shot. It just like climaxed on top of everybody who were taking pictures, and it's just like, and people got so soaked, and I laughed at them. It was so funny. Anyways, that reminds me. So I'm proud of the vote. That would be bad. But I actually,
someone mentioned what?
I might be able to rejoin you because I have data, so I could come back on my phone if need be.
Okay. So someone mentioned that Ken is gonna go through. One of the people someone who read the manga more than I did, said that Ken goes through a Shimon-esque transformation in the series, which is good because some of the complaints I heard is that Ken is too much of a little bitch right now. But I mean, he is, but I understand why. You don't want to eat people. I mean, you're a human. You were raised a human. You ate normal food. And then being a cannibal, because he's not fully ghoul, right? But he's not fully human either, so it's just...
but you gotta give him some slack. I mean, Shimon,
exactly.
Like, he lost his Aniki, okay? And that was a huge hit for him, but it took him way too many episodes to get there. Way too many. It was just, like, I hated him at the end. But then this guy, I mean, everything is ruined. And he even comes to, like, points where he knows he's screwed. Because he's like, I can't eat anything. I can't eat anything with my friends. I can't walk with Hide anymore. Like, and I don't belong on either side. It's just, it sucks. And I understand, like, it's just, that would suck a lot.
His situation is very easy to sympathize with, just because he's lost things that we can easily imagine ourselves losing. But Tokyo Ghoul is really good. You know, it's in the top, however many are top right now. Let's just say top 4.
Like, there are so many good series that I want to watch every week more than Tokyo Ghoul, but I did get to binge this one, which was nice. I think 3 episodes I got to watch.
So far, I'm liking this on the same level as Aldnoah Zero.
Really? I like Aldnoah Zero better because it seems like the story of Aldnoah Zero is, I guess, I don't know, the last episode of Aldnoah Zero, you watched it, right?
Yep.
It was good. It just seemed a little too scripted. It was cool, though, the way he took him down, but it seems like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, so next we are going to talk about one that you did not watch, Zankyo no Terror. So this is very Death Note-like, I like to say, in that they have there's 2 main characters, and it becomes 3 later. But there's 2 guys, they're teenagers, they're around 16, 17, they have, they make intricate plans, they basically become terrorists for Tokyo, I think. And like the first thing they do is like they let loose a bomb multiple bombs in this one building to collapse it. And that's in like this first episode, and then the next episode.
Hold on. What is with the intense amount of like Tokyo gore, death, terrorism themes this season?
There's no gore in this one.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, like, there's tons of like terrorism things going on. There's like Akame ga Kill, like Aldnoah Zero, Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo ESP. Like, what is with that? There's tons, and even this one, the terror one.
I don't know. Just at least we don't have any more. At least we don't have like 4 Nobunaga series this time.
There is a Nobunaga series though.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch it for good reason.
No, we're not. I don't care.
So it's really good. There's the 2 mains. What are the names? Toji and Arata. They're completely different, and they tell you like in the first episode, Toji's he's always smiling, he's always upbeat, he's happy. And the other guy, Arata, is cold, and he's always calculating. He never smiles, never seems to smile, or maybe once or twice. And they're the complete opposites of each other, but they're so close to each other, and you don't really know why yet. You know they've gone through something before. And Arata's really blunt. He'll be like, we need to kill this person, we need to do this and this. When Toji's just like, whatever, yeah, we'll do whatever, I want to have fun. But then, like, the last episode, like, I think the episode ends-ish with him saying, if you mess up, like, there's a girl that they bring in. They don't want her to die, so they save her, but they say, you're an accomplice with our terrorist thing now, so if you report us, you know, you'll get in too. And then so Toji, the happy guy, at the end is like, if you mess up, if you slip up even a little bit, I will kill you. And you're just like, whoa, because this guy's like all happy and like upbeat and everything, right? You don't expect that from this guy, and yet you've already seen him kill people. So it's this cool contrast, and the cinematography in this anime is really nice. There's this one scene in the first episodes near the beginning where they do this first-person snowmobile thing, and it's really, really well done. I really like the characters. I like the story. I like where it's going.
How's the sound? Somebody said the sound is really good, like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack, I haven't really noticed it. You do your job well, and nobody will know you do it at all, right?
I guess so.
It doesn't have anything that's outstanding.
Oh, speaking of my job, hold on a second. You ready for this?
What?
Hey everyone, it's
Raj. The James Brown Podcast. I'm your host Raj, and with me is always my co-host Spencer. That's intro number 2. I wonder how bad that's gonna sound.
I don't know. I hope they like it though, because it makes it us, We totally stole it from Silver Spoon, but it makes it us.
It's ours now. Go away, Silver Spoon. The one thing you'll like really well about Zankyo no Terror is that it does world building extremely well. They're building up a lot of side characters that you don't know too much about, but you know they're gonna play a big role. They do this interesting with mythology in terms of the main characters. They give riddles for their terrorist plots to give people a chance to stop them, to make it challenging for them. And so far, it's only been based on Greek mythology, but they're probably going to branch out more. It's pretty interesting. I like it.
I'm interested. I mean, if I had more time today, I totally would have caught up on those 2 series that I missed, but so totally fine.
A lot of people are saying it's the best of the season, and I can see why they say that. So far, it's extraordinarily good, and it's definitely up there. It's in terms of quality, I would agree that so far it's the best. In terms of favoritism, you can't beat Nozaki-kun for me. Nozaki's still number 1. I love it too much.
Oh, it's fantastic. That was the other one that I was going to tell Janelle to watch. What I'm thinking though is Monthly Girls an anime where you need to know about shoujo to appreciate it, or do you think you can enter the anime series with no knowledge and appreciate it?
I think you really need to know at least a little bit about shoujo tropes to like it, or not to like it, but to really appreciate it. If she just goes in dry, I think she can still like it, but she'll miss a lot of the humor if she doesn't know many shoujo tropes.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm thinking Spring Ride is a pretty good. What Janelle hates is she hates the main girl characters who are really annoying, like who are really ditzy and pure. I guess like the girl that is befriended in Spring Ride, she doesn't like those kind of girls, like the ditzy ones. And prime example of that is that Kimi no Todoke one, that girl. Like it's a super sugary sweet anime, and I found myself actually digging really deep into that shoujo and loving it. But I showed Janelle, and she goes, "I hate her. She's stupid. Figure your problems out, man." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And this not Sakura, the other girl, don't remember what her name is. Something. I'm horrible with names. There's no list in front of us, as you can see. This is live, baby. But anyways, that girl, she kind of tackles things head on. She wants to change herself, and even though she was faking it, she moves forward. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's really good. I definitely think you should watch it with her. It's so funny. Or it's not funny. It's so sweet. It's a little funny. I was thinking about Nozaki-kun for a second there. All right, so we're going to move on to one that we're also not going to cover every week. This is just something we're going to talk about for this episode because it's not Spencer approved, and also because it really has no value to talk about. Invaders of the Rokujoma. This is a harem of this anime.
Oh, is this that crazy one with all the girls?
Yeah, there's only like 4 or 5. It's a normal harem size. Okay, I'm gonna say a name, Spencer, and I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Satomi Kotaro. Does that sound familiar?
Satomi Kotaro. Where did that come from?
It's Satomi Rentaro from Black Bullet. They copied his name. The main character is Satomi Kotaro. Like, what the hell? How am I supposed to not notice that? It's so weird.
Is it a parody?
No, it's not. It's weird.
Satomi Kotaro? Oh, gee.
All the girls call him Satomi-kun, and it's like, I feel like I'm watching Black Bullet. But, so the thing about this anime is, one thing I like about it, or at least that was interesting, is that it introduced every single girl in the harem within like 10 minutes. Like, they just came one after another, over and over. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? And the anime, see, If Her Flag Breaks was a normal harem, they set up the premise, and then it went really crazy at the end. This one is normal for the first 5 minutes, and then goes really crazy right away. And then, so because of that, I'm able to accept the craziness. And right away, this is already better than If Her Flag Breaks, just because the main character isn't a wet noodle. All the girls, basically the premise of the harem is they all want his room. He's renting an apartment for 50 yen, or it's like $50 a month. And it's like this really small apartment. And for various reasons, all these other girls want it. And like there's a ghost that lives there and she wants it because it's her home. And then there's an alien that comes down and she wants it for some reason. But basically, all the girls want the apartment. And he's like, no, nobody's getting this apartment. And they have battles every day. It's really interesting. I'm really... Please, no Black Bullet, never again. I'm with you, Holmes. I'm with you on that one. But, okay, so the girls are pretty good. And then this one girl shows up, Spencer. And before this girl showed up, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get Spencer to watch this. This is really funny. The girls are nice. And then, of course, she's wearing like a yukata or something, but like her boobs are pretty much exposed. And I was like, he can get over that, no worries. But every single time she moves, they jiggle. And I was like, that's a killer. It's dead. Spencer will never watch this. And despite it being funny and charming, because it is, I really like the girls with the exception of one of them. She's only okay. They all have their own like quirks. It's really nice. There's a reason we're not going to talk about it every week is because there's no plot to really talk about. The character development is very small. The girls fall in love for stupid reasons in terms of harem. You know, it always happens in harem.
Harem logic, yeah.
Yeah. Like the ghost girl falls in love with him because he says he trusts her. Like, what the hell? But I do like, there's one girl she's a magical girl, Maho Shoujo, but he doesn't believe her. And he's like, you're just a cosplayer. And then an alien comes, and then like an underground person comes, who's like one of the ancients of the earth, and she has magical powers. And so he believes that they're all like from where they say, but he still doesn't believe that she's a magical girl. So there's a running gag where she keeps trying her hardest to convince him that he's a magic girl, or she's a magical girl. But every time she tries to use magic, he won't be looking or something, and like just random stuff like that'll happen. It's really funny. And basically, it's easy. The first episode, the magical girl comes in, she's like, eventually, bad guys are gonna come to take this room. She tells you the climax like instantly. She's like, people are gonna come to take this room and they're evil, and they'll come in like 10 episodes. And I was like, oh my god, you just completely broke the fourth wall. You don't even care. It's good in terms of harem. It's good. Nothing so far has been better than High School DxD. That's still the best harem I've ever seen in my life. But I'm hoping one day that I'm gonna get there. You'll never give this one a chance, will you?
Nope. You see, I've told you a million times, if the animators take the time to animate the breasts, then I am leaving. But, you know, yeah, no thank you. Just not thank you. But even Tokyo ESP, right? Like, there are some flashy people in that show, but it's all in the action, you know, and I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's just, yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of Tokyo ESP, that's the next one on our list. So Tokyo ESP.
I want to see this list. I'm totally being put it in the chat.
No, you don't get a list. Only I get the list.
Can I? Just because this is your Raj cast. What I've done if it was by myself, Spence cast. That sounds really lame. I wish my name was 3 letters.
Raj. That's why it sounds lame.
Can you put in the chat maybe? Just...
No, I don't want to. You just let me do the transitions, okay? It's fine.
Well, I don't know what you're transitioning to. I want to be able to do cool transitions with you.
Then you should have gone on a honeymoon, damn it. You should have stayed here with me.
Excuse me. I've been having a great time on the honeymoon, keeping it G.
So great that you locked yourself in a room so you could do a podcast with me.
I didn't lock myself. She locked herself in the bedroom to watch a movie. I'm in the living room. Glorious living room.
All right.
And it's dark. I'll be back. I'm going to turn the light on.
Okay, I'll talk alone for a little while. So Tokyo ESP was described to me by Lou, I think that's your name, from Sitting by the Window anime reviews. Thanks, man. You make good suggestions. He described this to me as X-Men but more gory, and that's a pretty good comparison because at least in the very first episode, it feels like X-Men because the guy comes and he like lifts the building. I'm like, okay, so there's Magneto and his gang of mutants and stuff. And then we see
we're talking about ESP, right?
Yeah. But I feel like more like this is Teen Titans-esque. I don't know. When I watch this, I feel like I'm watching Teen Titans, but a slightly more adult. Um, it's good though. There's a weird contrast between the first episode and the second episode because the first episode is kind of a
Yeah.
flash forward, and then the second episode's a flashback, and then the second episode we have a flashback within a flashback, so you just keep going back.
The second episode was way more lighthearted too. Like it wasn't as dark.
I like the second episode better. First episode I didn't actually really enjoy until the Black Fist girl came and she's like, "What if I blow you away with the barrier?" I was like, "Oh!" And then the giant punch, which made no sense because she's invisible. So how does invisibility give you?
I don't understand that either. I didn't think that far ahead.
They'll explain it eventually.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the main character, Rinka. She's cute. I like her character design, and she's funny. She makes up a kick like on the spot and kicks her dad in the face. I'm a big fan of. Again, this is probably because I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid. I'm a big fan of people's hairs changing colors when they activate their powers. That's cool. It just if you do that, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm on board. I really like that. I like how her dad is just like a ball of metal and cars, and he's just yelling his daughter's name trying to get to her. The second episode, the first episode was okay. It was the second episode that really got me on board with the series, though. That's when I really wanted to see it. Uh-oh. My camera stopped. It's gone.
No, you're there. I see you.
Okay, I'm back now. That was weird. So I forgot where I was. What do you think of this series?
Tokyo ESP, I think there's a ton of potential in it just because of the fact that anybody can get that fish thing going right through them and then boom. And it's hilarious because it's not like those stupid animes where immediately they understand their power, right? They're like, oh, I'm Sailor Moon. I know how to say all these things and throw boomerangs. You know what I mean? That's one thing I didn't like about Sailor Moon. How did she know? How did she know what to say? Who told her?
It's just how it is, man.
It's not how it is. Tokyo ESP is how it is. The dad has no idea what's going on and pretty much pulls a beautiful katamari and starts rolling down the street towards his daughter. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was like I'm watching Katamari right now.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I was like, where's the green guy? I don't know. Yeah, I agree. There's clearly going to be a dark turn Space Cowboy because it got dark right at the beginning. People were dying left, right, and center, and everyone's... Why is her name White Hair Girl? White Girl or White Girl Group? I thought that was incredibly racist, actually.
How? It's just her hair color. How's that racist?
I know, but they called her the White Girl Group, and I just thought of the KKK and stuff.
Oh, okay. I do agree with some of the people in the chat that this is not as good as, like, for example, Ghoul and Zankyo no Terror. That's true, but that's because it's also a little bit more lighthearted, which I like. Spencer and I both like lighthearted series. This seems to flip back and forth, or it's going to at least have its dark moments, and I like that a lot. It's giving me a Noragami feel in that regard, where it's lighthearted action, but it's going to get serious later on. And Noragami was good, so I have high hopes for this one.
I agree. I think this only got to episode 2, and I like the teleporter guy. I like the invisible girl. I like the dad. He's awesome. He's just a walking magnet. It's so
great.
Funny.
Yeah. So moving on, one that we another one we both watched, and a veteran of this podcast, I guess, Captain Earth.
Oh, okay. Can the most recent episode? I'm just trying to remember. Oh yeah, is this where Daichi manned up, or was there a new one after that?
No, he already did that. This is the one where she got the flare and went into space.
I didn't watch this episode, dang it. Oh, because you watched it on Crunchy and... Shoot. I watched everything else, though.
Spencer. Okay, so this is the episode where Hana stops being useless. Well, she stopped being useless last episode, but she gets her mech, she gets the flare, she goes into space. You find out that the whole sensing orgone energy isn't actually from Pitts, it's from her herself, but she doesn't know that. She thinks it's Pitts. So, but she uses that power to like predict where enemies are going to fire their lasers at her, basically. She fights the Idol Girl. The Idol Girl finally has something to do, which is nice. But the action itself was only okay. The real interesting part of this episode was where Setsuna was having a conversation with Bugbear, and she asked him like what his life was like, and he said, I was used by a lot of people. And she said, I was too. And I can't forgive them for that, but that makes me think we're using humans for food. and then like there's like they're having this sort of conflict. Um, so at the very least, they're thinking about it, which I like. They're thinking about is it right that we're gonna kill all these humans just to feed ourselves because we're just using them like that, just like the way we were used. And I like how Bugbear still doesn't really know where he stands. He seems like the most obvious guy who would defect. I like how Setsuna's like completely mind blown that Tepe's not with them. And she's like, why did Tepe leave? Why would he do that? It makes no sense to me. And she wants to know his reasoning. That's
Her
cool.
personality change was pretty interesting. Hey, just like a full-on 180. Like that was kind of sad.
It feels pretty similar. I don't know. She still has a lot of the same idiosyncrasies that she did before she awoke. She just seems a lot more authoritative now than she did before.
What's an OAD?
I don't know.
OAD Origami OAD 2 with English subs was released today.
Captain Earth is. I don't know what they're gonna do next episode. Well, now that they have Setsuna and they have Puck, so they might, and I really hope they don't, go back to the thing where it's just one kill gang goes into space every single episode. They'll probably shake it up with having 2 or 3, and then they'll send all 3 mechs into space. I mean, the easiest way, or the smartest way for them to beat the humans, I think, would be to have 3 Kill Kings go into space, so they have the 3 mechs go into space as well, and then have the rest of the Kill Kings on Earth just attack their base. That would make the most sense to me. They're probably not going to do that. Oh, the humans are actually going to launch an attack on the mothership, the Kill King mothership. That's their
on the
plan
back
now.
of the moon.
Yeah, or not the moon, or it's on Jupiter. I think that's where their mothership is. So they're like everything up till now, like the flare being used and everything. Tepe's and Daiichi's mechs are under repair right now. So once those are repaired, they're actually going to launch an attack and just try to wipe out the Kill Kings. But if their ego blocks are destroyed,
I'm waiting for the twist. You know, like yeah, you know, like if you watch Eureka 7, right? They have this whole mission, and they led up to the mission, and then something big happened, and then they're on Earth, and then there's an Earth above Earth, and then there's like crazy things, and I don't know. I'm just waiting for the change. The story has always been Kilt Gangs come, Daiichi defends, and there's been some tweaks. Sure, some designer children have come, and Tepe is an alien but not an alien, and it's a great laser or whatever. All I know is that something needs to change. It just, something does. Something big has to happen, that some third-party alien race comes in, or the moon turns around or something. I don't know.
I don't know how rushed they're going to try to make this ending. In terms of character development, they've pretty much got everything developed at this point, with the exception of Tepe and Akari's relationship, which I'm very doubtful is ever going to happen at this point, because there's nothing has happened on that front for a long time. But yeah, at this point, it's a pretty good idea for them to go after the enemy base. I'm waiting for a death to happen, really. I think either Daiichi's uncle's going to die, or like maybe Pitts will die, and that'll do something. I don't know. Someone has to die. Things are getting a little too formulaic, a little too predictable.
And too One Piece, you know? Someone needs to die.
But despite that, it's still really good. I'm still really liking it. It's enjoyable. The anime itself is still fun. The action is... You know what? Hana was boring. Hana's fighting was really boring. It wasn't interesting. I liked it so much better when Tepe and Daiichi fight. With Hana, it was like, I'm going to shoot my guns, and I'm going to shoot my guns again, and then I'm going to go really close to you and shoot my guns, and then the fight ended.
Was she that deadpan?
No, I mean, she made some emotion, and then she got like hit by electric shocks or some crap like that. I don't know. I did like the idol girl was pretty much naked in her kill gang. That was good. I like that. She actually, had some plot to add to the story, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you're saying. Could you describe it to me in a better way, or should I ask? Exactly. Okay. I'm bored with Captain Earth. I agree with Space Cowboy. Like, I think we both are. Mech fights are cool, but I mean, you gotta kill people. Like Breakblade. People have to die in order for it to be interesting.
It also doesn't help that our heroes never lose, ever. They've never lost. Like we're
Well, they
going
lost
Power
once,
Rangers on this.
but they still won. Like there was one time where Daichi didn't quite hit the head yet, but then he went to space. Well, Tepe was there, and that was kind of
Yeah.
cheating.
So our heroes always win. We need a loss. We need a death. We need something to mix it up. It's two
We need
Power
a
Rangers.
gorilla moment, man. We need a gorilla moment.
Gorilla moment, huh? So moving on, Aldenoa Zero. This was, I mean, it's still good. You said you didn't like how script-like it was. I did
Mhm.
like that because I like the whole plan and like the plan coming together. You know, it's very Death Note-y. I like how the main guy is like, this is for my friend, and he shoots the other guy. The best part easily though was when Slain was like, the princess is alive. He tried to kill her, and he shoots the dude in the face. It was like, oh, Slain, you were so awesome.
Wait, what? When did that happen?
That happened to the very end of the episode.
Past the credits?
Maybe I can't remember.
Crap. That was a big moment then. Did Slane actually turn and kill the dude?
Yeah, he killed the
'Cause she-
guy because the guy was like, "We have to kill the princess," and you know, Slain is all for the princess. That
Oh
was
yeah, Slane's all about shipping that.
the princess is cool. I don't know, she has like some kind of cloaking thing which made her look different. Honestly, I like the cloak look better. It suits her than her actual princess look. Um, I'm still waiting for the moment in the opening where she pulls a gun on whoever she's pulling a gun. That's pretty cool. She's definitely at this point on board with the humans though.
Oh, of course. She's been super interested in the human world since ever. Like Slane wanted to teach her so much stuff, you know. Yeah, that's the one thing. I really wish that they would drop the CGI and go full hand drawn.
People have to die for it to be interesting, Spencer 2014.
How many of those quotes have people given me? I mean, I didn't think I was that noteworthy.
Too many quotes, man, and they all involve death.
I'm a nice guy, honestly. Okay, someone's saying the show is overhyped. Well, it's
What,
the first
Aldenoa?
episode. Yeah, the pilot show got me into it because it seemed like a really good premise. Martian spaceships. It kind of felt like a mix of like Doom the movie and that a moon blowing up time traveler movie, whatever. If it doesn't do something awesome soon, it's going to be very generic. It's going to fall to being very generic. High school kids in mechs finding weaknesses in overpowerful bad guys. I mean, come on, how many times have we seen that? You know?
I don't know. I think it's thrown a good enough twist on that so far to keep it. I agree to a degree because I said it before on Twitter. I get very strong Gundam vibes from this because it's teenagers in their mechs fighting against other people and they're in a war. But I haven't really seen the calculatedness and the fact their mechs are absolute garbage compared to the Martian mechs. That's enough to keep it interesting for me. Plus, the princess is on their side, kind of, but she doesn't want a war, but she doesn't want to be with humans permanently. She wants to go back to her home. And there's a one girl whose family killed the princess, and her dad was killed. So now, whose side is she on? Like, there's enough for me to be interested. Overhyped? This wasn't really hyped all that much to me. So I don't consider it to be overhyped. I think it's fine the way it is. I don't know.
Well, I don't really follow the social networks that hype things in general. I usually just turn on Crunchy and see what's simulcasting and watch it myself and see if it's worth whatever hype I didn't have. It's kind of like being a pessimist. You don't really have any expectations.
Apparently, the hype was from all the names attached to it. Did not know that. I never really paid attention to who's voice acting.
Like voice acting? I don't care.
Yeah,
we know there's that one girl who always does like the Soons,
yeah.
and then there's the one guy who always does the older brother, and he gets called Aniki in every season. I mean, isn't it true? Isn't he in Akame ga Kill?
Yeah, Kamina's in Akame ga Kill. He gets called Aniki.
He asks to be called Aniki or handsome. He does, honestly, and that's called typecast. Being typecasted, right? So, I don't know. I'm in seeing what the next episode comes to. I really like how there's been no downtime, no wasted jokes. Black Bullet, okay? It seems like it's actually going to go somewhere. So
yeah, it's still good. It might fall into like being generic if it doesn't live up to its potential that's set up for itself so far. If and I think this might happen, and if it does, if like the main character Inoho, he gets like a super mech, which might happen. You know, like the Gundam, they get this super mech
Yeah.
then it's gonna get a little bit more generic. But if they keep it the way it is, or they have inferior technology and they're trying to fight around the technology the Martians have, it's gonna still get better. I don't think that's gonna happen because now they've pretty much captured that mech. Why do you have a pirate hat?
Why not? You jealous?
I had a pirate ship on my Now your dog. You don't even have a dog. Your dog's dead.
Oh.
Get wrecked. um, where was I going with this? You derailed me. All right, moving on. One that I don't even know if you watched the second episode for this one. Sailor Moon Crystal. Did you watch episode 2?
Yes, sir. I love Sailor Moon. It's fantastic.
Why do you have applause? Don't play sound effects.
Everything I say is funny.
No, it isn't. So Sailor Moon Crystal. This was the we're gonna see this for like the next 4-ish episodes where this enemy comes, and then another Sailor Scout comes, and then they're gonna work together. The Sailor Scout does something to weaken the monster, and then Sailor Moon finishes the monster. That's a Sailor Moon formula when the Sailor Scouts are introduced, and it's more or less the Sailor Moon formula for every fight that ever happens. The bar head actually looks okay on you. So
Thanks.
I don't know. How do you feel about the formula so far? How are you feeling about it?
Okay, it's classic old school shonen shoujo where they introduce somebody gets wrecked, then the characters become best friends. Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Thunder,
I heard that
baby, thunder. Ooh, it's really close to me actually. I just love it. I love the classic battles against evil, like the Yu Yu Hakusho's and all those things. I just love them. Because this is going to go on for a long time, and it's something that I am interested in engaging in.
I think it due to the nostalgia factor, just because it brings all the nostalgia for me and makes me happy in that regard. But I don't know. I don't know how much of it I can actually take.
Your head is too big.
It's okay. They say great things from the large heads.
Your head is too big.
What the hell? Fine, I'll choose a different one. God. Find one that actually covers my head or something. I don't know. How about this? That doesn't work.
Oh, there you go, buddy. No, your head is too big.
I can't help it. I have a big head. There's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, this is great.
This is terrible. Really... I can't find one now. Can we both be pirates? We can both be pirates. Okay.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
It's the pirate podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so what anime are we talking about right now?
Sailor Moon Crystal.
Okay, I really like the classic. It reminds me of a Sakura card captor thing, where she gets a new card, she tries it out, this, that, and the other thing. I just really like it. I don't know.
I'm liking it too. Usagi's voice doesn't annoy me as much anymore. I think I'm just used to it.
Yeah, it's because it fits her character. Like, it fits the annoying 14-year-old who has no idea what's going on. And I love that she still freaks out in the middle of battle. Really funny. I don't know. I like the series. It's really good.
Yeah, the transformations still creep me out, man. It freaks me out. The CG is just unsettling, and will never stop being unsettling.
Okay, honestly though, I watched it, and the CG wasn't as bad now as I thought it was. Her eyes weren't as lifeless as said, and it was okay, honestly. They're wondering about your pillows, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Sean wants Princess Raj back. I gotta bring it back. just call me Hime-sama.
Oh, gross.
All right, you wanna move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
What was that?
That was my drink button. Ready for the next one?
Sword Art Online. So.
Hey, this isn't bad, man.
First I have to say, every single episode I have to go into it telling myself, don't hate it unnecessarily. Don't hate it, don't hate it, don't hate it. And honestly, I really liked this episode when Shinon was on screen, I think that's her name, Shino. Um, this for some reason, whenever Kirito's on screen, I'm bored. I'm bored to death. But Shino's actually interesting, maybe because we don't actually know anything about her. Her backstory's interesting. The way her mom looked at her when she killed the guy, that look
Yeah.
of disgust, that would hurt anyone. Oh
Okay.
man, that hurt me in my heart, man. That poor girl.
It's pretty. It's pretty thundery, man. Oh, jeez. No, anyway, like I didn't understand why she
Does that fit your
reacted that
life?
way. Oh, you know it. This is my lifeguard outfit. She reacted ridiculously. I didn't understand whether like I understand that it'd be freaky if your kid shot somebody, but I think the mom like are they separated because of that? I didn't understand the backstory.
Yeah, I think so. I think she just doesn't want to be around her kid who's a killer now, and she just can't take that.
What?
But she's just a kid.
That wasn't her fault. The first shot was an accident. The next two, well, the headshot was pretty brutal, but
Yeah, yeah, it was. I actually thought
okay,
I was thinking the entire time that one of the bullets was gonna miss and hit the mother, and that's why she
that's
was.
what I thought too.
Yeah, but didn't go that dark route.
Nope. 3
I
shots
like.
to kill that guy. He's
Yeah,
pretty much a Boromir.
I like the whole if my character gets stronger, I'll get stronger thing. I mean, really, she should be fine if she can hold a gun in the game, but it's because she doesn't particularly think of that body as her body. She still feels
Yeah.
like it's an avatar. It's not like
If you-
Kirito. When Kirito dives, he's like, "This is me. This is me. This is the real me, and it's being shown here." For her, it's just like this is just an avatar, and her avatar looks really badass.
Yeah.
Also, I was informed that Kirito's not actually a girl. He just has an avatar that looks like a girl, so he's actually a trap. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. See, what I was saying is, it's like Kirito was saying, though, there's not enough information to relay all of the feelings that she has when she's being a sniper and stuff, but she has the ability to shoot and kill people in the game because it doesn't feel like real life. But in the real life, even holding a model gun is enough. Even doing this is enough
Yeah.
to mess with the girl.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
Sean
Mom
says,
reacted the wrong way.
yeah, she did. Sean said Shinon's butt is nice. I agree with you. That is a nice ass she's got. But Rinka's still hotter. Just gonna say that.
Rinka?
Yeah.
She's the
From,
white hair girl, right?
Yeah, from Tokyo ESP. I don't know. She's just more attractive. So this, and I there's been a lot of comments, and I completely agree with them that this season so far has been dragged out, and it has. These episodes feel long. Not
Yeah.
much actually happens.
I was
There's
gonna
so
say,
much
it's taken
talking.
3 episodes to even get close to Kirito diving in, and we haven't even seen him dive in yet.
I know.
But the nurse scene was pretty funny, not gonna lie.
What scene?
The nurse scene, when he's
nurse-
getting really uncomfortable with the nurse.
That was very funny. I kind of see why they're doing this for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons that their story and their writing is the weakest portion, so they're giving more time for those in order to improve them. Fine, but you're giving too much time for them when the best part of your anime was the action. And granted, we did get a good amount of action in episode 2. Still, we need a bit more. Also, wait. I completely just remembered this right now. Okay, as stupid of a name as Desugun is, calling your tournament Bullet of Bullets? What the hell? Come on, what kind of uncreative naming is that? That's as bad, if not worse, than Death Gun.
Isn't it called Battle of Bullets?
No, it's Bullet of Bullets.
No, I thought it was Battle of Bullets.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm pretty sure it's Bullet of
I'm
Bullets.
pretty sure it's Battle of Bullets. She dropped the name so B.O.B. wouldn't be so confusing for everyone. I think it's Battle of Bullets. Why would it be called
Nope.
Bullets of
It's Bullet of Bullets. I just looked it up.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's really lame and
It's
not
bad, man.
cool.
It's stupid.
Blub, blub, blub.
The naming of this anime is just awful. Awful
It's all
in
about
general.
the fights, which we haven't seen. We've only seen one fight with a gun, and that's not why we watch Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online.
Well, Kirito's
I
gonna
feel-
get his, lightsaber. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
There's just not
I
much
mean,
to talk about.
people are saying that they like this in the chat. It's not bad right now. It's only mediocre. It's okay to like mediocre things. Oh, it's okay to like bad things anyway. I like some bad anime.
It's not horrendous though. I mean, I've seen worse.
No.
Ballet
Yeah,
of
I've seen Sword Art be worse, and I'm worried that it's gonna go there. I'm waiting for it to either become better than just average, which it is right now. And when it gives us the action, it's nice, but I still can't really call it good. I'm waiting for the series to get good. I have hope. I have hope for this anime. Do you like Sword Art? Are you liking it at all?
I love Sword Art, man. I've loved Sword Art since the beginning. It's just when people say, look, Sword Art Online is a great RPG anime, I say, no, Log Horizon is better, but if you want a good introduction to, like, massive multiplayer online RPGs, anime, go ahead and watch Sword Art. As rushed as it is, it's a great entrance anime. It's a fun thing to watch when it comes out, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
You want to do a live Crate Corner?
I just don't want it to be so dragged out and have too much talking all the time. All right, let's do the Crate Corner. Yeah, I want to do live Crate Corner. So I don't know how long we're actually gonna have to wait to get questions, which is why I have my Raj note right here. This is the Raj note. I have written some Crate Corner questions down here, so we'll do one from the note, and then we'll wait for our audience to actually ask.
Hello? Am I just sitting here by myself? Is anyone else here? Is this awkward for everybody? Because it's awkward for me. Maybe my internet died. Did my internet die?
I think my internet died. We're not live right now, but I'm gonna hit. No, we are live. Okay.
I'm gonna hit.
So we're back.
Hello, everybody. Why are you called James and Brown when you're Raj and Spencer? Okay.
People are saying it's what? No, it is bullet bullets. Okay, that explains why my thing wasn't refreshing.
Okay, so we're called James and Brown.
Right.
Because let's see here. I'll try to pull up an image here. You talk about Line Messenger and stuff.
Oh, so that's the Crate Corner question. Why are we called James and Brown Podcast? So there's Spencer owns an iPhone. I own a Windows phone. And there's an app that goes through Windows, Android, and iOS that allows you to chat online with groups. So Spencer, Ray, and I have a group chat, and then Georgie came later, where we just talk. That's where we do most of our talking. We very rarely text each other anymore. Apparently I dropped and you were still there. But basically, they have stickers in line, which are just basically images, and there's a sticker of a bear. And okay, so Spencer and I decided to take on the personas of stickers. He took the persona of a blonde guy named James, and I took the persona of a bear called Brown because my nickname in high school was Kuma, which means bear in Japanese. And so when we were thinking of a name of a podcast, we decided for James and Brown. Just, I don't know, kind of fit. It didn't really have much to do with us, but at the same time, it kind of did. Been waiting for people to actually ask about that. We are live right now. What is this? Why is your screen the YouTube page?
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
Okay. We apologize for any technical difficulties for two reasons. Oh, I see what you're doing. First of all, both of our internet are not all that great, and second of all, don't really know too much about live streaming. It's the first stream we've ever done.
So this is James. Can we have your line accounts?
No.
Okay, so this is James. Okay, this is kind of who I personify. And this, actually, I don't know what line Brown is going to come up with here. Oh, there he is. So this is what Raj personifies, and despite what everyone thinks, it is not racist. Yay, it's time to go out. And this epitomizes Raj very well, actually.
Yeah, Brown really captures how I feel most of the time. And everybody says it just fits my personality. I mean, my name was Kuma for a while.
Yeah. So James and Brown was pretty much me and him deciding that that's what we would personify ourselves as, James and Brown. And we didn't think that people would even listen to us. Well, we kind of thought so, but we kind of didn't think so either. And so we were kind of impressed by anybody watching our podcast or listening. So James and Brown kind of just stuck. I don't know what we would have done differently. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ask some more. I just bit my cheek. Ask some more questions, guys. I'll read a question out from my book, Spencer.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. Can you mention a cartoon that does not suck?
A cartoon. Kind of cartoons.
For one that we both can agree on, Last Airbender.
Oh
Avatar:
yeah.
Last
Okay.
Airbender
Only
is
Nickelodeon shows worth your time.
the 3 seasons of Last Airbender are incredible, and it is the best. It is my favorite show of all time. Nothing has yet to actually top that. Legend of Korra, the sequel series, first season good, second season trash. I've gone into some fights with people over that, but no matter what you say, it's not good. It had a lot of stumbles. Honestly, it needs a recut, to make it okay. But even then, it won't make it a good series. They undid a ton of character development that was done in the first season, which made no goddamn sense. A lot of plot lines went nowhere. Ugh, bad overall. Season 3, I'm waiting for it to finish. I like to binge Korra. How about you? Do you think of any other cartoons?
I really liked well, these aren't really cartoons, like Fighting Foodons.
That's an anime.
I know. But like, what's the difference? All the good ones were usually animes that I didn't know were animes.
Like American Made.
Oh, you know what? There was other ones that I really liked. I like Speed Racer back in the day. Go Speed Racer! Go Speed Racer! My dad used to like watching that. I like watching Tintin.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, I'm taking a bunch of questions off the chat, so you don't have to go back and dig through it.
I can read them right now. I mean, I see them.
Okay. So the first question I got was, do you have studio people that you pay extra attention to? Studio/people.
No, really. Other than Bones. Bones is one I pay attention to.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I like Bones, and A1 Pictures does a good job too.
A1's the one that did Server Next Service, right?
Yeah, they're also doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Kodakawa. Kodakawa is the one that is doing Tokyo ESP, as well as it did whatchamacallit, the one that we really like, that kind of breakout hit with Aniki in it as the main orange-haired character.
Oh, Defrag.
Yeah, Defrag.
God, I want season 2 of Defrag so bad. I love that anime. All right, you got another question?
Yeah. So, are there any anime that you probably should have watched by now but haven't?
Cowboy Bebop. I haven't seen that. Cowboy Bebop, Trigun. I have a backlog of like classics I want to watch. Darker Than Black, that's on there too.
I tried Darker Than Black. I didn't really like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about you? Anything on that list?
I'm going to hook it up with this question too. How big is your backlog? You can think about that.
Mine's over 100.
Yeah, it's over 9,000? No?
It's not that big, but it's over 100.
The question being, what animes should I watch? I've watched a lot of anime.
Sakurasu's on that list. You need to watch that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sakurasu. I've watched a lot more anime, I think, of the big ones than you. I've kind of dug through top 100. I've even watched a full season of Vampire Knights, and I don't know what the heck.
Vampire Knights was not good.
I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know why. Yeah, I really honestly don't know. Like, I've been watching anime for a long time, and I have a lot on my list that are done. Okay, so another question is, why did you decide to begin podcasting?
Why did we decide to podcast? How did this happen? I think it was Spencer and I have always had pretty in-depth discussions. Putting my notebook away. About anime and video games and pretty much anything in general. And I think Spencer's the one who brought it up. He said, we could actually run a podcast just because what we say is really interesting. And we said, what the hell, we might as well do it. So we tried it out, and it turns out we really liked it. Podcasting is actually kind of a good therapy in a way, just because you get to talk everything out. It's really nice in that regard.
And it makes it so that
Also,
we have to see each other too, you know,
that
and that
too,
kind
yeah.
of helps out
It
too.
forces us to hang out, which is good.
I gotta
Makes
change back to Pirate Man here.
I like being princess. Hime, they call me Kuma Hime. I'm Princess Bear.
You, you.
Next question. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Best action anime you ever saw?
Oh, that's a hard one. If Full Metal counts as action, that's the one.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, there's classic Dragon Ball Z, but Full Metal Alchemist was just so good.
Full
Brotherhood.
Metal, Full Metal Alchemist, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, and Gurren Lagann. Those are the
Gurren
top 4
Lagann.
action anime I've ever seen. Yeah,
That was
incredible.
awesome. Okay, no, we did that. What is your least liked anime genre, and your top 3 of this season?
Least like genre. Slice of Life. That's my least like
Ecchi,
one.
ecchi.
Top 3 of this season. Well, Nozaki's number 1, without a doubt. Ghoul would be number 2, I guess, and I'm gonna tie that with Aldenoa Zero. Number 3. That's a hard one, man. This season, I guess number 3 would have to be Blue Spring Ride.
Yeah. For me, I really like Ace of Diamond is number 1 because it is technically this season.
Ace is so good.
Ace hypes me up so much. I second probably at this point is Aldenoa Zero. It might drop down, but then there's the Monthly Girls is really good too.
Raj confirmed best crossdresser. You are correct in that regard. I actually, on multiple occasions, wore a kimono in high school. Spencer remembers that.
You did. You did. I thought you looked great. Guys are allowed to wear kimonos, even though I don't think they're called kimonos.
No, but I wore one for a girl because they didn't have any guy kimonos.
Okay, Raj, I have to answer this question right now because we can both answer this immediately, and I think you'll agree with me. It was asked by Thor K, which is Look a Castle, I believe. And what is an anime that you watched and thought, this is awesome, only to come back later and say, why did I watch this crap? That was censored for Spencer. I'm going to say Guilty Crown.
Oh, Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown's up there,
Guilty
too.
Crown, number 9 or number 7?
Number 6, I think it was.
Number 6, okay. And Black Bullet. Those were horrendous anime.
Those were
Actually,
all 3
no.
were like good for half of it and then just went to crap.
You have one, and you watched it last season, and it was about a bunch of girls with things in the back of their necks.
No, but see, I never expected that to actually be good. I got what I wanted out of it. Ultra-violence and fan service.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm going to go down to another question.
All right. He likes asking, I did what? I dressed up in a kimono to sell candy in high school. Worked pretty well. I always sold out of candy. People really liked buying from me.
Favorite anime OP and ED?
Don't keep track of that. Right now, my favorite anime OP is this game, the No Game No Life opening, because that's unbelievably good. Favorite ED? Actually, the original Valkyrie in the Darkness opening was really good too. Not as good as the No Game No Life one, but it's pretty good. ED though, I don't really. I guess Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon. I mean, we use it as our thing, so Silver Spoon and Log Horizon are good EDs. Silver Spoon's is better.
This is my favorite OP of all time.
That's a good one.
やり残してることをやり直してみたいから
Okay, I'm done.
Anime that you watched in one go that you think wouldn't have been as good if you had spread over multiple viewings. Silver Spoon Season 1, because I still think Season 1 of Silver Spoon was awful.
Yep, and I think Captain Earth would be a lot better if we could spread that one out.
Captain Earth? Well, we are spreading. I mean, we're only watching weekly, right?
I guess so.
I think Captain Earth would be better if we binged it, honestly.
Another one that I think I'd like to watch. I love watching One Piece, but then it all of a sudden got to be releasing weekly because I caught up. That kind of sucks.
Georgie asked if he should catch up to One Piece. I'm like, yeah, you should. He's like, I was hoping you wouldn't say that because it has so many episodes.
Yeah, I was the exact same way, but I'm like, this is something that I have to do if I say that I like anime. And I did it, and it feels like it's one of the best like shonen anime's adventure series you can watch. Period. It's so good. Luffy is awesome. No question.
Absolutely.
Oscar.
Did I look like a cute schoolgirl? I looked like an incredibly kawaii schoolgirl. I was a Bishoujo.
Oh jeez. Okay. What's that from? Oh, that's from FMA Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Okay. What power? No. Do you think there should be more original anime or adaptations of light novels, virtual novels, etc.?
Visual novels, not virtual novels.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Aldnoah Zero is an original story. Okay. Sword Art Online is a light novel adaptation. However, Log Horizon is also a light novel adaptation?
yeah.
Okay. So, honestly, it depends on the producer, the writers, everybody. It just depends who's involved.
The adaptation, based on like, if Sword Art was given to somebody else, it could have been better or worse. For example, it could be the opposite. Like, Log Horizon might have been awful, and Sword Art might have been great, just given to who directed it or whatever. I want more adaptations. For the sole reason that I really want Siren to get adapted into an anime.
Yes.
I really want an anime of Siren. It's so good. Yep, season 2 Silver Spoon is better than season 1. Yes, you are correct. Welcome
Very
to being correct in life or whatever.
Okay.
I have a question that was in my book. That's actually a good one. What power would you want from an anime that's not a One Piece power?
Dude, that's messed up because I was just about to say, what power from an anime would you like to have? It was the next question I was going to say.
One that's not a One Piece power. It's difficult. There's a lot of powers. Let's say no bullcrap powers that encompass other powers, because that's just unfair.
Super Saiyan for me, because being a Super Saiyan means you can fly, and you can always your form, and you can merge with people. And honestly, it'd be pretty interesting to see what Regenser would look like.
Regenser.
Okay, funny story. Remember when I thought that what was his name? Gogito or whatever his name.
Yeah,
is?
you called him Gogeta.
Yo, Gogeta. Oh, such a rookie. Yeah, so that's what I like to be Super Saiyan.
Power. I guess I would really. Damn it, this is really hard. Okay, I would want the power to go to teleport. Yeah, that'd be most convenient for me.
Like Asuma-kun?
From Tokyo ESP, yeah.
Okay.
His power of teleportation hasn't been explained yet, because I thought it was like Nightcrawler at first, where he has to see where he is going, but that's not true at all. So I'm thinking it's more like Jumper, where it has to be somewhere he's been, and then he can go to it. I think it's like that.
I like his power though. If he just touches people, I think it's cool.
It's pretty nice.
What's the funniest anime you've ever watched? And then after this, I've started actually keeping track of the name of the person who asked the question. So if you're feeling left out, I'll actually acknowledge you now.
Funniest anime I've ever watched? Sakuraso. Sakuraso made me burst down in laughter so many times.
Sket Dance. Sket Dance anime made me burst out laughing just because Bosun is freaking hilarious. And the manga, to this day, every single chapter that comes out almost has me peeing laughing. The antics between characters are so funny, and that's something that you need to watch, man.
Skate Dance? Yeah, that's something I need to see.
Hey, P Like One called him Go Get It too, man.
Wow, you two are meant for each other. Holy crap. Someone actually made that mistake other than you? How does that even happen?
Okay, so next is Shadow Z455. What's the most dated anime that you've both seen?
Dated in terms of like being old, or dated as in terms of I guess in terms of time, probably Meisani Koku. That's the oldest one I've ever seen.
Meisani Koku. You've seen the first episode, not even the half first episode, and you still hate on it. You poo on it.
First 5 episodes, and it's not for me.
Okay, I think it would be Yu Yu Hakusho. I think because we've both seen the entire thing, and it's pretty old.
Oh, I love Yu Yu Hakusho. We should watch that again.
Actually, no. It depends on what you classify as anime, because we watched Grave of Fireflies and
oh yeah, that's true. Lapida.
And Lapida. Those are pretty old movies too. So yeah. Okay, next one. Thane Gooch. Worst anime ?
Worst anime? That's a hard one. I've seen a lot of crap. A lot of crap in my time.
Yeah, we do actually check the spreadsheet. Actually, worst animes, but that's not the that's worst endings. It doesn't mean the anime was bad. It just meant that the endings dropped it down. But yes, we do check the spreadsheet.
What about you for worst anime? I can't really think of it.
Well, I drop a lot of anime for various reasons. So I would say, crap, I don't remember an anime that I watched and said, oh, well, there's, Love Stage. It's not the worst anime I've ever seen, okay? It's not the worst anime I've ever seen. I have no idea, man. That's really difficult to say, because you usually block that from your memory,
It's true. I'm actually looking through my anime list right now. I'm looking for the lowest rating. So far, the lowest thing I rated was Valkyrie in the Darkness. Yeah,
dude,
apparently
someone just said Valkyrie for them as well.
Valkyrie isn't the worst because I knew what I was going into. Let's say in terms of disappointment or just like made me hate myself. I still don't know. You know what? I'm putting Black Bullet on that list just because it disappointed. I had such high hopes for Black Bullet, and it just disappointed so much.
What about Guilty Crown?
Guilty Crown is just as bad. At least Guilty Crown had an ending, but Guilty Crown at least addressed things, and was just garbage because it was garbage. Black Bullet was garbage because it decided to ignore stuff and rush itself, and Guilty Crown was actually paced pretty well. And up till that, Guilty Crown was good up till about the halfway point, and then it got messed up when Zombie Guy showed up. But Black Bullet got bad at like episode 5 or 6, like pretty quickly.
I don't remember, man. I know there's some anime that I just thought was complete butt, and I don't know. What's your anime OTP that didn't get together? OTP. What's an OTP?
I'm guessing couple Kelly Nguyen. Is that the Kelly that we went to high school with?
I don't think so. She would be saying something if it was. I looked at that. I went to elementary school with that Kelly.
Oh, it's not the same Kelly. No. Sorry, Kelly. I thought you were Kelly that we actually knew. We went to a high school with Kelly Nguyen.
You creeped!
I don't know. Yeah, I did. I clicked on her picture. I had to know if it's the one we know. All right, we're friends.
Okay, the V8 Ninja. What are your choices for anime of the year 2014 so far? Ace of Diamond.
Chaika.
Oh, Chaika was really good. Actually, Chaika beats Ace of Diamond.
Chaika and No Game No Life are top 2 of this year, and nothing comes close to those. Nozaki, I would like to, but Nozaki's great, but it's not, great in terms of quality. It's just really funny.
Oh, okay. So someone just said, Holmes just said one true pairing. That's what OTP means.
So I guess it's a ship that we wanted but didn't actually pull through.
Oh man, there's so many. My heart. Who didn't? My heart. Who didn't get picked? Oh, there's the girl from what you would call it? The show about the airplanes and they flew on the floating Isla.
Oh, what was it called? Oh, I'm blanking. It was so bad with goddamn Kal-El Albus.
Nobody listened to that podcast.
We got like 10 views. I have it. No, I don't. You know what? I'm just gonna open up a podcast page and look it up. Mine though is from The World Godly Knows, which is my favorite manga of all time. Which it was my favorite manga. Yes. Goddamn Ayumi and Keima. Those two were supposed to end up together. They were meant to be. I believed. Pilot's Love Song. That's what it's called.
Someone says Ace of Diamond is such a lazy adaptation of the manga.
We don't read the manga, so we don't actually have any saying for that. Don't know. Might be true. Ace is fantastic, though. But yeah, Pilot's Love Song is the one you were thinking about.
Oh, okay. Pilot's Love Song.
Keima and...
Krusty and the Princess. Yeah, but that's not over. They're going to get together.
What? What in the Princess?
Krusty and the Princess from Log Horizon.
Oh, yeah. No, maybe. Oh, I have an issue with Log Horizon is because Akatsuki's okay. I really like the other girl better. I don't remember her name. Minori or something? No, it's not Minori. That's wrong. But
it is. I think that's right.
I don't think so. But she's like 12 years old, so I'm like, I want her to get him, but at the same time it's creepy, so I don't. I'm kind of lost.
Oh, someone just listened to the Pies Love Song one. Props to you, man.
How did
Rajpreet
you
that was-
feel about my rage at the end there? I know Holmes commented on the rage that I had. He's like, it was interesting, made it entertaining. Thank
Well,
you.
seeing as there's only 18 people watching us right now, which is a lot actually, seeing as we're just two dudes on Google Hangouts. Ping pong? What? Oh man, P like one. I thought we were friends, but I love that anime. That was fantastic. Do you think it's overkill that I have 10 gigabytes manga downloaded on my iPad? Nope. But you should delete them because if you read them once, you're probably not going to go back and read them again. How big is your iPad? Okay, last one. Space Cowboy, do you find it weird that many people tend to like series more when they have dark twists? For example, the gorilla moment or the first episode of Akame ga Kill.
First of all, I like it that people are actually calling it the gorilla moment. I kind of feel like we might have had an influence in coining that, but
Influence? We were the reason, man. That was our first podcast. That was the most awkward podcast we ever had, but Samurai Flamenco was our first one. That was our baby.
Do I think people like it more? Yes, because people like the unexpected. It's like why people like the Saw series. Before those went to crap. People like it when they don't see things coming. I'm the same way. Spencer's the same way. We've both watched anime for so long that we can pretty much predict where any given episode is going to go. And when something makes us be wrong about that and shows us something that we didn't expect at all, it makes you more engaged. Like, this anime is challenging me,
Yeah, I completely agree. When they decide to do something completely different than the norm. Like episode 8 of Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
That was... You can't beat a shock like that. For anyone who hasn't watched it, we're not going to say anything, but you can't beat a shock like that.
I'm pretty sure everybody here, all 18 of you have watched Gurren Lagann.
Was it episode 6 or 8? I don't remember.
It was 8. That's the episode. Okay. Yeah. It's the episode we lost on Iki.
That was pretty much all the questions we had.
It was a good Cepe Corner. It was long. As long as dicks. What? Why are you face palming?
Nothing.
Why? What happened?
My wife is being mean. That's all I have to say.
Hi, Nell.
Hi.
Hey, we have her on the podcast now, officially. All right, let's get back to anime.
Yeah, let's get back to anime. Let's get back to anime.
Okay. This one is also one we will not be covering weekly. Just one I want to talk about now. Rail Wars. So first of all, that running scene.
I'm back.
You are correct. Don't leave me. Okay, the thing about Rail Wars is that it's funny. The main character is nice. I like him. Has no story. It's very much an episodic series where one episode introduces a new problem and it'll end at that episode. What do you want me to not spoil for you? Gurren Lagann? Well, I just kind of spoiled that earlier. Sorry.
Just no. That's okay. We didn't spoil. It's fine.
I did. I said what happened. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Cepe Corner as long as dicks. Yeah, it is. So, the thing about it is, none of the characters are really all that interesting. Even the main himself, even though I do like him, he's nice. He's not. Okay, so Takayama is he's similar to the wet noodle harem protagonist, except that he's not. He actually will have personality on occasion. He serves as kind of a main character, but he's a little bland. The other dude, Iwaizumi, nah. The Komi girl, completely moe and has no purpose other than to be a love interest. The only other character who's interesting is Sakurai, because she actually has personality, and granted, her personality isn't all that, three-dimensional, but things actually happen with her. Dutch Rummer says, I want to drop... Husband thinks nice. I want to drop Rail Wars so bad. I don't blame you. I can understand why. This is very much a fan service anime that doesn't have much going for it.
Thank you. See, man, what? I know these things.
You're not wrong. This is better than Valkyrie in the Darkness, but it's not saying all that much. It doesn't have too much going for it. It reminds me very much of Sket Dance. I mean, I haven't watched all of it. I've only watched a couple episodes. It reminds me of Sket Dance, where it's episodic and things happen and they're wacky and stuff, but a lot more fan service. Characters aren't nearly as good.
Somebody just said, Spencer, go do marriage things. Do what we cannot.
I
Oh,
don't know.
funny.
I'm waiting for something less episodic to happen for there actually be an overarching thing for our main characters to do. So far it seems to be just the characters falling for our main guy, Takayama. This is slowly becoming a harem, and if it goes that way, fine. Whatever. If it doesn't, There's a reason we're not talking about it on the podcast each week. It's because it's just not worth it.
Did I not tell you that this is exactly what was going to happen?
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what's Library Wars?
There's a Library Wars anime?
Show?
Okay, we need to investigate that.
I don't think I want to. So what's next on the list?
I was just googling Library Wars. Next on the list is one you haven't watched, Barakamon or Barakamon.
Oh,
so Barakamon is, I explained it to you as kind of a mix of Silver Spoon with Usagi Drop. It's about this calligraphy artist guy who is kind of in a slump. God damn it, Spencer. This is my Jackie Chan. If you want a screenshot of my Jackie Chan impressions, right here. Okay, so this is a mix of Silver Spoon and Usagi Drop. The guy doesn't actually adopt a little girl. He basically moves to an island, and he kind of it's a small town, like everybody knows each other, and there's this little girl, and she comes over every day and bugs him, but she makes him experience new things, and so do the other people in the anime. They make him experience new things, and that is what gets him out of his slump slowly. Like, he'll make one good art piece after experiencing something new, and then he'll fall back in the slump, and he doesn't really know why. He doesn't really know what he has to experience. He doesn't really know what he has to do to get out of this. And I was kind of turned off by the calligraphy thing, because I really don't care about calligraphy. But the characters make up for it. The characters are so good. There's one girl who's obsessed with people not knowing that she likes manga, because she thinks that girls who like manga are automatically associated with girls who like BL, Fujoshi. And she's like, I don't want people to think that I love BL, because I don't. But then she finds the main character hugging another character because he actually just fell on top of him. And she's like, my hormones! And then she's like, damn you, I don't want to fall in love with BL. And she's like fighting it the whole time. It's really funny. This is one that you're going to like for sure. It's very much a Spencer anime. It's just great.
Awesome. That's awesome.
You're going to love it. It's so clean, and I just love the lessons that the guy gets every episode. He's an adult, and they treat him like one, but at the same time, they treat him like family. It's just so nice.
Rajpreet, you should go pure princess. Drop the crown and go princess.
What do you mean?
You're using the crown. You should go princess.
Is there a princess one?
Oh, you know it. Next row to the left.
Oh, there's other rows? Oh, I see it. The tiara. Oh, what did she say? Like moon power makeup or something?
Moon prism power!
Moon prism power!
And then there's her saying, Mercury power. There you go. There you go, guys.
I am the true Hime-sama.
Things you say make me so uncomfortable sometimes.
Don't worry.
Shin Kohime Muso. What's that?
What?
What is Shin Koihime Muso?
Where are you reading that?
What got Holmes into anime was Shin Kohime Muso.
It's probably an anime that I have not heard of.
He downloaded Crunchy and hit random anime and got turned on anime that way.
It's good.
That's impressive.
Oh my god.
Okay, what's the next list?
Spencer, I'm looking at Library Wars right now. I think this is something we might have to watch. This is pretty interesting.
Is it a movie? Anime?
No, it's a 12-episode series, and it's a military series involving books.
Okay, I'm interested.
And it has a romance.
So then he googled what the heck is wrong with this anime and ended up watching Hayate no Gotoko instead, which is a very good. That's the Combat Butler, right? I really like that series.
All right, let's move on to one that we both watch again, Baby Steps.
Baby Steps. I watched this more recently. Caught up to the one you spoiled for me.
Sorry.
And It's okay. And Achan is doing an excellent job.
I like the development that Arya-kun is going through. He's slowly getting over the fact that he is a rager, and he knows that when he rages, he plays worse. So he's trying to calm himself down. He's trying to stay calm the entire fight, which is good. Excuse me. And I still like how Achan doesn't really know how to beat him. Like he can beat him on his own serve because he can set the tempo, but he doesn't know how to break Arya completely yet. It's a good struggle. I don't think Achan's gonna win this one, because even if he did, he would just get stomped by Takuma instantly. And I don't think they're gonna make Arya give up on being pro. Actually, no, they might make him win, so Arya doesn't have to give up on being pro because he loses to Achan and not Takuma. That might happen. Okay, I'm not sure anymore. I don't know. Who do you think's gonna win? Stop talking in the chat, damn it.
Oh, sorry. Win what?
Win the game, Arya or Achan?
Oh, Achan.
You think Achan's gonna win?
I think he's gonna lose against his battle against Takuma, but he's gonna win. Arya needs to lose this because he needs to lose because they need to keep him in the anime, because if he loses to Takuma, he'll quit, right? So Achan needs to win and pull a Tetsukun moment. Sorry, I'm blanking. Kuroko. Pull a Kuroko moment where all the enemies that he defeats become better people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Rurouni Kenshin? Woo-hoo! That is a series that I absolutely love. It was so good right to the bitter end. Amazing.
Never seen it. I've never seen it.
That's your list, man. It's fantastic. It's huge. It's an old school Yu Yu Hakusho length.
Oh god, that's long. Yu Yu Hakusho took me like a month to get through.
It was so good though. Shonen, classic shonen, set in the Edo period, which was really cool.
All right, so Baby Steps is still really good. You think Achan's gonna win? Yeah, I agree with you because he doesn't have to lose. Sean, your first anime was Clannad? Oh my god.
Oh, I know. Did you watch After Story? Because I weeped bitterly in After Story.
That's heavy.
After Story is just like it rips your heart out, and it's like, here's your heart.
Yeah. I mean, Clannad is really funny. That's the thing with Key. They trick you with the comedy, and then they rip your heart out after when you're feeling for them.
Ripping your heart out. You haven't seen it, but Little Busters. I like marathoned it, and I got to the end when they do the key twist, right? And I was like, and I was just like weeping so bitterly. Oh my goodness.
If I want to watch it or not, because the visual novel's there too. So I don't know if I want to play the novel or watch the anime. Stop playing with your eye patch.
Sorry.
Need to adjust my tiara here. What do you guys think about my tiara? I think it looks pretty nice. So next is Akame ga Kill. Oh, thanks for the crickets, you prick. Do you think we could host a comedy show? Probably not. I don't think we could do that.
No, I don't think so.
It's a bit beyond us. I think podcasting's where it's at. Possibly vlogging. Who knows?
What'd you say the next one was?
Akame ga Kill.
Oh, okay. I caught up to this series too.
So
it's equally as bloody as it used to be, and way too much fan service, IMO. But
there wasn't that much. It was only her, in her underwear in the beginning. That was about it.
Yeah, no, I caught up to the second episode too. Just the Leona girl is just so.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Novel's 100% better. Okay, I trust you, Androxos. Don't know how to say your name. I'll read the novel instead of watching the anime. I think you are Sugoi Kuma Hime-sama. Jitter, I love you, buddy. You're Okay, so the thing is, I wasn't looking forward to this episode because Mina is the Soon, but she's really generic Soon. And even after watching this episode, I don't care about her at all. But this episode was pretty good. I like the way they did. I like how he doesn't take this girl's crap like most main characters would. This is why he's a good main character. It's because he doesn't take the crap. And he'll fight her, and she's like, "Oh, I acknowledge you." He's like, "You're a terrible sniper." Like, the most interesting part of this episode for me was the revelation of the Imperial arms, and I think that he's going to be getting one. He'll probably be getting one pretty soon.
I'm really interested in it. Yeah.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got to say?
Is Dutch Farmers Homes? Is that right?
That's his brother, I think.
Okay, I don't know, but he said he doesn't like the light comedy and then the hardcore killing. He thinks it clashes.
Hmm.
I think it's pretty rough actually, but I just hate the fan service, man. I don't know. I just think it ruins it. I know everyone likes to get their stuff going from anime girls or whatever, but when you have the real thing, man, it's like I don't know. Don't roll your eyes at me. I've always said this.
Didn't have the real thing until like a week ago.
I know, but even before I did, I said the same thing. It's just like why? It's just you call anime girls beautiful and all this stuff, and I just can't see that. I think they look really nice as characters, but I can never put them into real life like having a body pillow behind me.
In my defense, I bought those when I was just a 15-year-old teenager. Just
a wee boy.
Just a wee horny lad.
Oh, somebody else asked us what our favorite movie was that wasn't anime. I'm really enjoying the new Planet of the Apes movies, man. So
Have you seen
good.
the new one?
Yeah, I watched it last night. Janelle watched it with me. We actually, we watched the Rise of the Planet of the Apes 2 days ago together, so that we could get ready to watch the next one. So good, man. It's just so good.
I really want to see it. George and I will probably watch it.
It was so much better than Godzilla, and you were all hyped about Godzilla.
A lot of things are better than Godzilla, Spencer.
Thanks, Hiro Tomoe. I completely agree with you.
Well, what do you say?
No worries, Spencer. Same. And either he's talking about how much he likes Planet of the Apes, or he's talking about my moral affiliations. Oh, shots fired. These aren't shots, man. We've had shots.
These like, I'm gonna watch me Panda's girl. Oh, you want to be Panda? Sorry, I didn't know that was you. I appreciate you.
Wants to be Panda is girl.
She is a girl. She's the one who sent us the cosplay pictures.
I remember that. And no, your Ed cosplay did not fall on dead eyes. I have seen Cowboy Bebop.
It fell on dead eyes for me. I was like, I know it's from Cowboy Bebop, but it doesn't mean anything to me.
What is this Daki Makuras thing? What is that?
I think they're the body pillows of mine.
Oh, okay.
Should I grab one? Do you want me to bring one over?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Want me to bring one of my pillows over?
Yeah.
Ugh. Do you want?
Dude, you left your tiara. There you go.
Do you want Nia or Yoko?
Nia for the younger ones. We'll have some censoring here.
All right. So, there we go. I got Nia.
Put the crown on Nia.
So stupid. I don't know how. Okay.
Just gotta make her face prominent.
She's my how do you say Prince? Oji-sama? I don't know. I don't know the word for Prince.
Oji-sama?
No, it doesn't matter. All right, look. This podcast just got a lot more homey. What were we talking about again? How Kami got killed?
I don't remember. Can you put the pillow down? It's making me really uncomfortable that you're cuddling it like that.
No, screw you. They like the pillow.
Whatever, man. To each their own. Are there only two, or are there more you're hiding, man?
No, I only have two. I have a lot of stuffed animals. For some reason, every time I have a girlfriend, they think stuffed animals are a good gift. So I have a lot of stuffed animals.
Because you had a lot of girlfriends? Okay, buddy. Wow.
Hey, man. It's okay. So, see, even she's shocked. Okay. So Kami got killed. Someone said that they didn't like the clash of the lightheartedness mixed with the dark, bloody thing. I am okay with that. I find the comedy okay in general. Okay, wait a minute. The boss, Spencer, is that not a Blitzcrank hook that she has?
Dude, speaking of Blitzcrank hook, and yes, did you see the new League trailer that came out today?
Their cinematic from yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It was so good. I watched all 6 minutes. Arya was like the main girl. It was pretty sweet. Dude, when Blitzcrank though, it's like, whoa, he's huge. Screw you, Raj 2014.
Oji-sama, I was right. It is Oji-sama. Dude, my Yoko greater than Nia. Oh man, you're wrong. Nia's the girl, man.
Yeah, that's because Raj likes lollies. He's a lolicon and he loves it.
I'm not a lolicon.
You specifically told me in high school that you liked lollies.
That was 10 years ago.
10?
5 years ago.
4. We're not that old, man.
Okay, fine. If you don't want me to have a lolly, I'll just turn my pillow around. Because now she's full grown. See?
Oh.
Not a lolly anymore.
Okay, and she's fully clothed.
Approved for all audiences. So coming at Kill, I've the same person who told me that in Tokyo Ghoul, Ken is going to go through a Shimon-like transformation. He said the character development actually falls short in Akame ga Kill, and the main guy...
Oh, it was Nautilus, not Blitz. I thought it wouldn't be Nautilus because I thought he was out of the meta right now, but I guess I was wrong.
Most of those champions in that video were out of the meta. It doesn't matter.
Oh, really? Because I've never seen Grave before in my life, but yeah.
He's not played very much. He's only okay. What's his name? Tatsumi apparently is going to stop having character development relatively soon-ish. I honestly don't think Akame ga Kill is going to get more than 1 season. It doesn't feel like it's good enough for that. I like it for its hyperviolence. I like it for its lighthearted comedy. I don't know if I can call it great. It's definitely good. Raj, you did say I do love those lollies. Okay, fine. I do like lollies. God. But I don't consider myself a lolicon.
Oh, it's true. He has a lolicon. You can't be a lolicon because it's a Lolita complex. My bad. That I got grammatically corrected.
Oh, the crown went on her.
No. See, that's where you're wrong, P-Like-1. Okay? Lollies are not necessarily young women. Sometimes lollies are of age.
No, see, a true lolly is a girl who is 18 or over, but doesn't look like she's 18 or over. She looks like she's 14 or 15. That's a true lolly.
We don't do
women like that actually exist. I know a few of them, and they don't look a day over 15. It's weird.
Do they look at... Never mind. Just
rein it back.
Nothing.
Say it.
No.
Just say it.
Do they look a day over 14 in your bed?
What? I mean, it shouldn't make a difference where they are. They're still going to look the same age.
Oh, yeah. Clearly. The thunder stopped. Okay, enough of Akame ga Kill. It's kind of generic characters. There's a lot of intense action, but it seems like it's compensating for its lack of intense story with intense action. And it's got a whole bunch of trope characters thrown in. I don't know. I'm not really interested in it, actually. Like, I'll keep watching it, but it just bleh.
Your grammar got corrected by a 15-year-old in Denmark. Get wrecked. That's
okay. Denmark's they have good education there and stuff.
Lolicon equals pedo. Be careful. Don't worry, I'm not a pedophile. I say as I hug my pillow tightly. It's okay. She's of age on this side.
Yeah, what side hugging you, man?
Oh, you're right, actually. Wait, Yoko's 16, so she's actually no. That's the age of consent in Canada. Should be okay. Anyway, last one. This has actually gone on for a while, man. Okay, I'm gonna let this go. It's getting a little bit uncomfortable.
Is this our last one? Like our last anime to talk about?
Last one we're gonna talk about. Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun.
I really like this series. I like the introduction of the new character.
I love Kawashima. She's so funny. The prince.
Well, they introduced a first new character, the completely oblivious girl.
Yeah.
She was pretty funny too. But the prince is pretty funny.
She hasn't shown up since then. Shinobu's technically a lolly because she's over 18 and she looks like she's 12. This episode, I love Hori Senpai is really funny. I like how they keep teasing romance. And she's like, I just really want to go to his wedding and sing for him. I was like, what? He's like, I can't invite her to my wedding because she's gonna steal all the women. It's just really funny. I love Mikarin. I love how Nozaki accidentally makes him the main character in the play, just without thinking, just makes him the heroine. I love how Sakura gets annoyed when she's like, Mikarin's cheating on another guy.
And then Nozaki just goes along with it. It's really funny. Dude, I love how a whole wall of chat is dedicated to whether or not you're a pedo or a lover.
Mikarin, best girl. Yes, he is. Mikarin is definitely best girl.
Mikarin is best girl. Don't we have long podcasts? I mean, like
we did a 2-hour podcast like 2 podcasts ago.
Captain McMealy, are you a Twitter name that we recognize, or are you a YouTube only guy? Also, how long are we at right now, Raj?
Like an hour and 48 minutes.
Oh, good. Surprisingly very long. Oh yeah, seeing as we started at 3 and it's 4:50 right now, yeah, it would have been an hour and 10 minutes.
I switched pillows.
Can you
Pillows.
Can you put it away?
No. I'm sorry, mister. I can get it whenever I want because I have a wife.
I mean, it doesn't work like that. You have to love and cherish and romance.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, so Ozaki-kun, back to something. You're getting really
as something else. Okay.
She's in the room after all. Okay, Nozaki-kun is still my favorite anime so far. It's just really funny. I love the twist they put on the shoujo tropes. I love how they make fun of them. I love Mikorin and how funny he is. And there's gonna be another character introduced next episode, I think. I'm looking forward to that. I love how Nozaki still has no idea that Sakura loves him. And in terms of that, I still love how Sakura doesn't always blush when he's around. And I do love how she's like completely engrossed herself in his world. Like she's completely into Mikorin now. She's completely into everything about him. It's great. And I love how she's just part of the manga process now.
I love the team that they're building up, like the background artist. I love how Mikorin is only good at special effects. That's awesome.
It's so funny.
She's good at like the beta or whatever, and he does the drawing. And I wonder who's going to be introduced next. I love it. It's hilarious and it's funny. How many seasons are we following this season? Only the ones we're covering.
Okay, let's see. Da-da-da. 12.
Oh, good. It's better than like 20 that we had last time.
It's a good number. I like the number we have going.
There's a lot of duds this season, man. There's a lot of duds.
There's a few that I have not watched yet. This is for you, Spencer.
No, can you? No. What are you doing? Stop. It's making me so uncomfortable.
Bet it is. All right, there's a few. I'm doing work at a library right now. What the heck? Is that you? Look at my door. Frick. You're having way too much fun with that. Okay. I don't know if they can see my face. When are you coming home?
When? Saturday morning. We check out of the hotel. We'll be home by Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stream just caught up where I groped to my pillow. Okay, so... Oh no, my camera died again.
No, you're right here. I see you.
Okay, I'm back. What was I gonna say? Something about anime. Oh, I haven't fully caught up on, like, there's still some other anime. Like, I've looked at all of them, but I haven't, like, caught up to them. But these are the ones, with the exception of, like, the ones that I say, like, Rail Wars, Love Stage, those ones we won't be talking about. But what we talked about is pretty much what we talk about every week. There's other ones, like there's a Slice of Life Girl one that I watch, but we're not going to cover. There's that Moe Q and Sword that I'll watch, but we're not going to cover. Those are not worth talking. The ones that people have recommended, the Tokyo ESP, the Tokyo Ghoul, and the Zankyo no Terror, and the Bakaramon, or Barakamon, completely right about those. Those are incredible, and you guys are awesome for recommending those to us. Oh, you're ready. You ready for this, Spencer? Okay, that's good. We've gone on for a while anyway. Okay, so this is more or less the end of our live stream. We've talked about everything we wanted to. We had a great Cepe Corner that was long as dicks. Spencer, thank you for actually being able to make it. I didn't expect this at all. You are awesome, dude. Say something.
No problem, man. I'm Spencer. And I had fun. Are you there? I'm not going to play this anything by myself.
Hello? We might do another live stream. I don't know. These are kind of fun. I like them. Maybe next time we'll be in the same room. You know.
Yeah.
Because it does auto record for us anyway, and then we could just and then we could just rip the audio and then put that on iTunes, which is what I'm gonna do for this one anyway. So that's all we have for this live stream / podcast. I'm actually glad we got to do this. So, I'm Roger James Brown. Play the music. I'll say it again. Play the music. I'm Roger James Brown.
I'm Spencer James Brown.
We'll see you guys maybe next week with another podcast. Keep up with us on Twitter for the schedule. See you later.
Bye. We gotta sing this, buddy. We gotta sing it. Can you?
No, I don't remember the lyrics.
We'll just do it.
I'll lip sync. All right, I'm into this. You want us to sing this really? I don't remember any of it. Doesn't feel like my way. I don't remember the lyrics. I know ita moto soba ni isasete.
You're so far behind.
I'm sorry. Can you live stream on weekends only? It's 2 a.m. here. Well, we usually podcast on weekends, so most likely we'll do it on a weekend. This is a special case because Spencer's out of town. All right, that's it. We're out. We'll see you guys later.